It's a division matchup. It's the Philadelphia Phillies against the Atlanta Braves. And now we go to Atlanta to listen in on Gary Thorne for today's broadcast.
Here in Atlanta, Turner Field, and a sold-out crowd today. Limit the production of Justin Upton, you got a chance to win. The question is, how do you do it? Glad you could be with us, 2K Sports Major League Baseball. And we're going to see Tim Hudson, the starting pitcher. And as he gets going against these Philadelphia hitters, what do you think's in store?
Tim Hudson, one of the best sinker ball pitchers in the game. He keeps it at the knees and tries to sink it down in the zone to get the hitters to hit the top of the ball and pound it into the ground.
Get a chance to look at what Charlie Manuel's thinking lineup-wise. And our scouting report, John, who are we watching for today? Play ball! First pitch of the game, it'll be to Jimmy Rollins. Watches a fastball that's in there, 0-1. Batting .274, lifetime against the Braves. Hudson with a windup. Good eye by Jimmy Rollins, stays away from that one, and it evens it up.
A pitch like that just locks the hitter up when it's in on the hands.
Foul! Rollins makes contact, that's fouled off. And Rollins, another foul ball.
Well, anytime you're behind in a count, and in this case the 1-2 count, you have to maintain that focus. You have to really be dialed into what the pitcher's throwing. You have to get in that defensive mode, though, and make sure you can foul it off, and that's what he did there to keep himself going.
Well, he helped him right there with 2 strikes. He gets the slider, but he chases it out of the zone for strike 3.
Now to the plate, here's Chase Utley. You'd wondered just how Chase Utley was going to play after coming off the DL. Well, he ended up playing only half the season, but once he got back, he stayed playing. 0-1 count as that started off with a strike. And for Utley at this stage of his career, it's about being able to swung on and hit. Upton. 2 away. Let's take a quick look at the Braves and how they line up on the field with their defense. And how do you like who's out there, John?
I love watching Justin Upton play the game of baseball. He plays with unbridled passion. He plays hard. He's not afraid to get dirty. He's dive for balls. He's not afraid to run into a wall. And that laser of an arm can shut down a lot of guys trying to take an extra base.
Michael Young at the plate with 2 away. And in this matchup, lifetime .281 off Atlanta. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. And so Tim Hudson, he takes him 1-2-3. He gets through the first inning without allowing a hit. First look at the Atlanta offense coming up. It's going to be Cole Hamels on the mound. He gets settled in for Philadelphia. And Steve, as he gets into this Atlanta lineup, what are you expecting to see?
Well, there's very few pitchers in the game today that have a changeup as good as Cole Hamels. He can throw his fastball and come right back with exactly the same arm action and throw a changeup about 10 to 15 miles per hour slower. The hitters just spin themselves into the ground.
Swing and a miss on a ball off the inner edge. 0-2.
He just reared back and said, "Here it comes, big boy. Here comes my best fastball." He busted him inside with it.
Oh, big swing and a miss by Simmons.
That's a big breaker on this one. Sails in at just 76 miles per hour.
Fantastic piece of pitching to get that out, John.
Well, that's the part of pitching you love. He's looking for a fastball. He's expecting a fastball, and then just drop one right off the table. What a pitch.
Jason Hayward now at the plate.
Well, the postseason story for the Braves was a short one. They fought themselves back into the wild card game. They even secured home field advantage for that play-in game, but the Cardinals just got the better of them.
And Hamels throws one outside for a ball. And you think back to that game Steve was talking about, so much going on, all the Braves fielding errors, then the delay of the game. Ground ball. Howard on the pickup. And he steps on first. That's the second out. Got a moment to check out that lineup for the Braves. John, who do we keep an eye on?
You know, Freddie Freeman jumped right into this league and became a threat in the middle of the lineup, an impact player that can do a lot of things with the bat.
Hit up the middle. Oh, that'll move you on the mound. He just barely got out of the way. Yeah, with 2 down, they've got a man on board. A chance to check out the Phillies here. Here's how they look defensively. John, keeping an eye on anyone?
Well, you want a player who can play anywhere on the diamond. You also want a player who's a superstar in his own right, one of the best players in your organization's franchise. How about Michael Young? Doesn't matter where he plays. He plays shortstop. He plays second base, third base, first base. Put him at DH. He never complains. All he does is hit, and produce. And when you give him a chance in the field, he's going to add that element to your team also.
Hamels sets and throws. Lined, foul towards third. And he fouls off another one. And he strikes out Freddie Freeman. That great pitch just froze him. We see a good inning here from Cole Hamels. The handiwork already on. Howard at the plate. Hudson with a windup. Sinker swung on, missed, 0-1.
Well, he's going to have to step out of the box and relace his shoes and tie him tighter, swinging out of his shoes on that sinker.
And it's 0-2. Ryan Howard. He'll be swinging at anything close here. That one fouled off by Howard. And that one swung on and missed by Ryan Howard.
Well, the velocity getting up to about 89 miles per hour, but pretty straight pitch right there.
And we're going to see Brown here.
Well, the Phillies had a lot of questions coming into last season, some injury concerns from some of their veterans, and it kind of set them back a little bit in terms of what they were able to accomplish as a team.
Now a swing and a shot toward second. Out. That's the second out of the inning. Steve was talking about the Phillies and the injuries to the veterans. I think not having some of those leaders healthy really affected them, especially on the road, John.
And it's tough to ask young players to take the place of star players who have been injured or are going to be out for a long time. The Phillies tried it. It didn't work out for them. They were a very poor offensive team early in the season. Late in the season, though, when they got those guys back, they were a better team, played great on the road, but they're just not going to be able to compete if guys in the middle of their lineup can't play a full season.
Here's the 1-1. And here's a swing and a miss. He couldn't get that one. 1-2.
Well, that's just a great pitch. He just blew that fastball right by him.
And it is hit well off the bat of Young. And that one's going to drop in. That's their first hit. So there are two men down here, but they do get a man in scoring position.
He takes this 1-2 pitch down in the zone. He's able to go down and get it, get a good part of the bat on the ball, and pick up the base hit.
That's a tough pitch to hit. When you're behind in the count, you just want contact, and he got it. Now Hudson with the 0-1 pitch. That's a strike, and it's 0-2, and time for Ben Revere to keep an eye on that strike zone.
You throw the sinker ball to get the ground ball out. He got the called strike right there. If they swing, he's going to get his share of ground balls.
The pitch. There's a swing and a ground ball. Picked up by Ugla. You're out. Throws to first, side is retired. Tim Hudson. And here's B.J. Upton. He'll lead it off. Foul! It's hit foul by Upton. Here's the pitch. Swung on, bounced weakly to second. Played by Utley. One down. So with one away, let's watch Brian McCann at the plate. The Phillies struggled last year, but that wasn't the case for Cole Hamels. Just as reliable, just as good. 17-6, 216 strikeouts, and a 3.05 ERA. Well, working on the 0-1 count now. And that strike total for Hamels, a career high. He looked to be the ace on that staff that supposedly had a lot of aces, Steve.
You know, he did it while contract talks were looming and trade speculation was out there. It's not easy to pitch with that sort of distraction, but Hamels got it done, put those distractions aside, and did his job.
Well, you can tell right there that the batter is in protection mode. Anything close, he's just trying to put it in play. The fact that he fouled it off will keep this at-bat going.
Utley. That retires McCann. And Ugla, he'll get the swing now with 2 away. His career average, 145 off Cole Hamels.
And Gary, the pitcher knows those numbers, and if he has any confidence in his stuff right now, he's going to go right after him.
The pitch. Good eye by Dan Ugla. He lays off that one to even the count.
Well, you can see what he's doing. He's just pulling that ball away from him, trying to overthrow it, and he can't seem to find the strike zone. He has to be able to rein that thing in right now.
Throws on to first, side is retired. And a good defensive half inning. And Ruiz settles in. He'll start things off here in the 3rd inning. There's a ground ball. That's a foul. Strike 2. Tim Hudson, he's in charge.
Well, he's in trouble right here, Gary, and he knows it. He knows he gets a little overly aggressive on the 0-2 pitch. Let's see how good a pitch they give him.
Swung on and missed, strike 3. Carlos Ruiz, no piece of that one.
Here's a better look at that sinker. Well, this is where you want to go with 2 strikes on the hitter. You want to go down out of the zone. He swings through it, couldn't make contact with that one.
And it's Hamels batting.
You know, guys, it seems like just...
Now here's a grounder towards the hole. And he steps on first. That's the 2nd out. And for Tim Hudson, still a very good starting pitcher. 16 wins, 3.62 ERA. Another good season, John.
Yeah, and it's just typical. I think Tim Hudson's going to continue to put up these numbers as long as he wants to because he has great movement on his pitches, and that's something that's not going to go away. Velocity might go down, but the movement goes up no matter what, and I think you're going to see this year in and year out for Tim Hudson.
That's inside. Rollins watches it. Lifetime, .218 average against Tim Hudson.
Well, the pitcher knows it, and the batter knows it, and if I'm this right-hander, I'm going right after him right here.
And that's going to be a base hit for Rollins. And that's going to bring Chase Utley to the plate.
Well, even though there's 2 outs, you never want to think you're out of an inning. And this guy came up there and hit this ball hard.
Oh, and he takes off for second. Safe. He gets in there.
The throw too late right there. He's able to steal second base sliding into the bag.
That's something he's going to try again if he can get that kind of a jump.
You know, Gary, in the replay, he didn't have that much of a leadoff either.
Here's Hudson's 1-0 pitch. And he looks at a sinker in there, 1-1. And Steve, let's take a look at how the pitch is done.
How's this righty doing it? Well, he's getting a lot of ground ball outs, and it's because they just cannot seem to stay behind the ball. They keep hitting the top of the ball.
The 1-2 on its way. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. In there, and this is going to be trouble. And it's up against the wall. And Rollins comes in. And the throw. And he's in there at third ahead of the plate.
He takes this 1-2 pitch down in the zone. He's able to go down and get it. Get a good part of the bat on the ball and pick up the base hit. That's
a tough pitch to hit. When you're behind in the count, you just want contact, and he got it. Now Hudson with the 0-1 pitch. In the infield, Freeman fields it, and they will tag him out, and the side is retired. And our first scoring of the game here in the 3rd. 1 run in. Philadelphia is leading. This ball game moving along has its own story, and let's see if Freddie Gonzalez likes it. No doubt right now thinking about getting back to a tie ball game. It's going to be Johnson now, and that strike starts the 3rd inning here, an 0-1 count. Good odds here. 6 ABs, 2 hits lifetime against Hamels. Here's the delivery. Up the middle. Utley. and that'll set down Johnson.
Oh, it's a nice play right there. Great effort by the second baseman to get over, make the play, and a nice accurate throw to first.
Hudson into the batter's box. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Rollins picks it up. That retires Hudson. And it's Simmons at the plate. Ruiz setting up. And the pitch is taken for a strike by Simmons.
Well, the hitter lays off this pitch, realizing you can't do much. When you get that kind of four-seam fastball down and away, it's tough to hit.
There's a swing, fly ball down the line and left. Brown's there. That one's grabbed, side retired. 3 up, 3 down for Cole. For those of you just coming on board, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk, bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. And it's Ryan Howard now. He's going to get us started here in the fourth. And a 1-ball count as we get going here in the fourth.
We knew Hudson had this in him, but he is putting on a show out there today. What an effort.
Here's a chance to take a look at how this pitcher has been doing in terms of getting hitters to chase pitches outside the zone.
Well, he's really locked in right now.
That's swung on a liner here. And it's through. Credit Howard with a single. That's going to bring up Dominic Brown.
Well, this sort of hit starting out the inning, even though it's just a single, deflating as a pitcher because now he has to pitch out of the stretch. He has to concern himself with the bunt, but he also has to concern himself with giving up that big inning.
Last time he grounded out. Strike 2, Tim Hudson. He's in charge. It's fouled away. Swing and lined up the middle. And that's going to be a base hit for Brown. So, here's a big at bat, Delman Young.
He tries to sneak one down and in to get the strike 3 call, but he fights it off. Outstanding.
Swing and a drive, deep left center. Upton to field this one. Able to glide over. Not much of a problem on that one. And the runners will have to hold at first and second. Oh, what a wild throw.
Well, they're down already early in this game. They can't afford a big inning against them. That's a big first out. Now let's see what else he can do.
Revere strides in. Hudson misses for a ball. Now, let's take a moment to see how this pitcher is swinging a line drive. And that's a base hit. Revere on board. The opportunity for offense is right now.
A real pressure mounting right now. That base hit loads up the bases. He's going to have to make a pitch to try to get out of this.
Chance to drive in a run right here for Carlos Ruiz. And he's got a shot with the bases loaded.
And they can really open up this game now with a big hit.
Pitcher wants this big hit more than anyone. Well, I think there's an issue of how much is left in his tank. There's a swing and a ground ball. He picks it up. There's one. And the double play turn with Freeman there. They pick up 3 hits in the inning. They leave the sacks full. Phillies 1, Atlanta nothing. 2 reads on a game always from each dugout. Let's take a look at it from Charlie Manuel's perspective. 1-run lead for his team right now. Jason Hayward is at the plate. And that's going to go for a base hit. Hayward's got one. So that brings up Justin Upton.
Well, anytime you can get a guy on base who can steal bases, it puts so much pressure on the opponent. Let's see if they can get him around to score a run. You look.
Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And it's going to be Young. He's taking charge, puts it away. So with 1 down, it'll be Freddie Freeman. It's not unusual for a second-year player to go through some growing pains. Last season, that seems to be what happened for Freddie Freeman. Hey, there goes Hayward. He is safe, just beating that throw.
Well, you have to be a gambler when you're stealing. You'd love to see this kind of a lead It paid off in the end. It was the key to getting him in.
Can't let him get that fire off the bag and expect to be able to get that out.
Now, that's outstanding base running.
At the belt, the 1-0. Swing, hot shot, post, straight back at him. Man, you talk about going back up through the box. That one almost got him. Hayward scores, and the number's 4 for even in year 2, 23 home runs, 94 RBIs. I mean, that's a really good year overall, and you got to believe Steve is probably going to be a little better.
Oh, I really like this young guy. You know, he's learning on the job, but adding to the power numbers and RBI numbers, I look for both of them go up. There's another tier to his production.
Swung on, liner to right, and it's through. Base hit Upton. Atlanta, what a shot they've got here.
I like the swing right there by that right-handed hitter. Going the other way with that pitch, exactly what he wanted to do.
John, not where the defense wanted it to go.
No, and that's what happens sometimes. You play a guy to pull, and he's the ability to hit the ball the other way. Not a lot you can do to defend him.
There's a swing, line drive, center field. And another. Wow, that hitting coach is smiling. Freeman, he'll come on. There's the throw. Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced, and then they'll probably make the move to the pen. Cole Hamels, the lefty, in a tough situation right here, Gary. He's going to have to buckle down to get out of this jam.
This is a mighty tough spot here, Steve. Team down by just a run, but 2 in scoring position.
And with the infield pulled in, there is some vulnerability there, but they have to try to cut the run down at the plate.
And Ugla, another foul ball. He delivers.
You're out.
And Dan Ugla swings right through it. Strike 3.
It seemed like he made it easy. 3 pitches, big strikeout.
Can't get rid of a guy any quicker than that. Only took 3 and he's gone. Chris Johnson gets the swing now with 2 away. Steve, how about the pitching performance so far today?
Well, the lefty's successful today, and you take a look at what's happening. A lot of ground ball outs. That's what's happening.
Now the 0-2, Cole Hamels. He can waste one if he wants to.
At 0-2, you're in complete control right now, so I'm throwing him something out of the strike zone to see if I can get him to chase.
Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. They'll only pick up 4 hits in the inning and 2 runs across. The Braves out in front. And if you just joined us, our broadcast of Major League Baseball on 2K Sports with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. I'm Gary Thorne. Hamels gets a turn here. Strike 1. Hudson gets him swinging. Ground ball towards the second baseman. Picked up by Ugla. And that's in plenty of time for the out. There's one away, and here's Jimmy Rollins in.
But it doesn't seem like Jimmy Rollins is ever going to be that 300 hitter ever again. But he still has some pop in his bat and the ability to get on base.
He takes that one. Hudson has him 0-1. For Rollins, talking about Jimmy Rollins, Steve, was 23 home runs for him last season and still has the legs, 30 stolen bases.
Yeah, and he got off to a slow start, which is typical for Jimmy Rollins, but once the weather warmed up, so did that bat and so did those legs. And to me, though, when you watch him at his age, he's still one of the best shortstops in the game with that range.
Good slider that time. Ruled the ball. 1-2. Let's take a look here at how he's been mixing up his pitches so far in this game.
Well, the one thing I think, compared to what we normally see...
Here's a swing and a fly ball. And the play by Upton.
What a great first step in center field. He read it off the bat, took exactly the right angle, able to run it down.
And it's Chase Utley at the plate. Last time up, triple homer run. He takes that one. Hudson has him 0-1.
You throw the sinker ball to get the ground ball out. He got the called strike right there. If they swing, he's going to get his share of ground balls.
Chase Utley not fooled by that pitch. Count is even.
But Gary, the numbers seem to indicate he likes to go fastball on a 1-1 count, trying to get back ahead again.
Outside for a ball, and it's 2-1.
He tried to backdoor that pitch, but left it out and away.
Good pitch that time at the knees. 2-2.
You throw the sinker ball to get the ground ball out. He got the called strike right there. If they swing, he's going to get his share of ground balls.
The This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. Upton to field this one. And that's going to do it in this half inning. Good defensive half inning there. No hit. Sometimes the game just takes charge of itself. Freddie Gonzalez hopes he's got a say in that. Let's see how it's going. He has to be happy with the work on the mound, especially that last inning. Insurance run so important. And a strike to start the fifth. We've got an 0-1 count.
Hamels, good, solid, steady performance.
This one popped towards the outfield. That'll be in shallow center. Rollins will field. One away now.
Well, changing speeds helps a pitcher a lot. You get the hitter off balance, it turns into easy outs like this, pop up from short.
And it's Simmons at the plate. Batting 3 for 13 lifetime up the Phillies. Swung on a fly ball down the left field line. Brown's there. And he's able to put it away. Jason Hayward will come to the plate, 2 down. He singled and later scored in his last time up. And starts him out here. And Hamels throws one outside for a ball. Now the 1-0 pitch. And he takes a strike on that fastball, 1-1. And you know, any great pitching coach will emphasize the importance of mixing up your pitch types. Let's see how this guy's been doing in that regard.
Yeah, the thing about it is he's keeping his team in the game, and aside from a few mistakes he's thrown, he's done a pretty good job of mixing things up.
Yeah, it's been fairly consistent in this game. The variety of pitches has been good. And most importantly, his choice of when to go with a certain pitch has been effective.
Not a lot of action in this half inning, nothing on. And it'll be the Phillies. Michael Young leading it off. And here's the first one. Young makes contact, fouled off. Now Hudson with the 0-1 pitch. And he leaves that one alone. Michael Young with good patience, evening the count. And he swings and hits this one foul. 1-2 pitch coming. He makes contact, line drive. And that gets the tying run on board. And that'll bring Ryan Howard to the plate.
He takes this 1-2 pitch down in the zone. He's able to go down and get it, get a good part of the bat on the ball, and pick up the base hit.
That's a tough pitch to hit. When you're behind in the count, you just want contact, and he got it. 1 for 2 in the ball game. And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike. Now let's take a moment here to see the breakdown of the pitches that have yielded hits.
Well, guys, the slider's the pitch you notice. It's been hit 4 times. We've seen a lineup that knows they can put that.
And Howard, he drills this one. And goodbye, home run. Philadelphia's on top. Great turnaround for him. Of a 2-run homer, they lead by 1.
Well, for the Phillies, they've got out in front, and where would they be without this offense? They're loving it down there, and they should be. Such a huge boost right now.
And they're behind in this ball game, and by the looks of things, they got a starter out there who's tiring.
Oh, there's no question about it. I think they have to strongly consider making a move here as we see him before our eyes running out of gas.
And that's going to be another hit for them. That'll bring Delman Young up.
Well, you're going to have to keep a close eye on this guy on first base. Pay a lot of attention to him because you know he more than likely has the green light. He can go at any time.
He flew out his last time up. Towards center field. Upton to field this one. 1 away. And he'll have to hold at first. 1 away as Ben Revere gets set. How's he attacking on the first delivery? Let's look here.
0-1-1-0. What's the importance of it? Well, The hitters have the advantage when the count goes 1-0, and they've taken advantage of it today, going big fly and a bunch of other hits.
And he watches the low pitch from Hudson.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there. That's one of those pitches you throw it out there and you hope the hitter chases it. He laid off, though. Now it's a battle.
And McCann's calling for the pitch. This one tapped in front of the plate. Too late, and he is safe at second. Boy, what a time now to capitalize if they can.
And he's definitely not having the best day of the season. He's given up 10 hits. That points to a lack of command.
And John, the manager, definitely keeping a very close eye now in each event. And Ruiz settles in. Lifetime, a .222 average against Tim Hudson.
When you look at the numbers he has against him, and this might be one of those days he goes to manager and said, you know what, maybe I can use a day off.
It's going to be Anthony Bavaro on the mound as the Braves decide to bring in a reliever. Yeah, the count in his favor, couldn't connect it. It's 2-1.
That's a huge swing right there. He was looking for a fastball, but just couldn't quite catch up to it. Great pitch.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Strike three. Carlos Ruiz goes down without a swing on that pitch.
Let's see this one again in K-Cam. It's a changeup.
And it's Hamels batting. Boy, pitcher needs to get an out here. If you don't, you're going to have the potential for a very big inning offensively. Here's your big-time opportunity to put something up on the board. First pitch was a strike, 0-1 now.
Now, if I'm batting right here, I know the pitcher's tendencies. In the scouting report, I'm looking for a fastball on the 0-1 count.
Here's the pitch. This is pop foul to the right side, but playable. Thought he could make a play there, but it didn't happen.
When you're down in the count 0-2, you want to battle and fight any way you can to stay alive. He fouled off a tough pitch right there.
Swung on and hit. Upton. And the sides retired as they head into the dugout. So they strike for 2 runs, and that gives them the lead. The Phillies gaining the... Has your game plan worked, Charlie Manuel? Things have been going right for him. His ball club today, last half inning, they proved productive. Now they're looking to expand that lead. Upton at the plate now. 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Now the 1-0 from Hamels. It's hit foul by Upton. There's a swing, and that one's hit on the ground. 1 away.
Now, fun to watch him pitch like this. Last couple innings, nobody getting anything going. He's retired 6 in a row.
So with 1 down, it'll be Freddie Freeman. How's he getting these first pitches across? Well, let's take a look.
A textbook right here. I mean, take notes, everybody. First pitch strikes equals outs. He's retired 11 guys in this game after having gone 0-1 in the count.
There's a hard comebacker right through the center. And it is through. The tying run is on.
Well, he did his job right there, getting on base. Now with 1 out, let's see if they can move him around and get him in scoring position.
Well, 2012, a typical year for B.J. Upton. You can take that as a good thing or a bad thing, depending upon what you expect him to do. He hit for some power and scored some runs, but the strikeouts and batting average really suffered.
For B.J. Upton, what you see is what you get. He had a year where he hit 300, but mostly he's going to be around probably that 250 mark, John.
Yeah, and I think that is...
He bunts the ball, and he's up with it. Throw to first, gets him, and there are 2 down.
You want to get runners in scoring position, and sometimes you have to lay the ball down and get them advanced. That's what he did right there.
And if this runner scores, we'll go back and take a look at what just happened and say thank you very much.
Good team baseball right there.
Swing, liner, back up the middle. Gets down, the go-ahead runs on base. Freeman's trying for the plate. Tagged at home, and he is out of there. So they pick up a couple. And to lead it off, here's Jimmy Rollins. Flew out last time. Hit in the dirt. Picked up by Simmons. That's one away. And it's Chase Utley now. Trying again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. Fastball in there, 0-1.
Some guys really like the low fastball. In this situation, though, he ends up taking the pitch.
And with 2 strikes on him now, Utley needs to protect, just make contact. And that's high, 1-2.
Well, that pitch right there just seemed to get away from the pitcher, took off on him. Looked like he tried to overthrow that a little bit.
Strike 3, swung on by Utley and no luck.
With 2 strikes, the hitter wanted the fastball. He got it, but didn't do anything with it.
Michael Young at the plate. He singled in his last at bat. And that's a strike. Young's going to have to be very careful on this next pitch.
Look for the pitcher to try to expand.
This one's bounced up the middle. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. And they are retired in short. And it's Dan Uggla to lead it off. Let's take a look here and see what his approach is against these hitters on the first pitch.
Well, throwing a first pitch strike is critical to success for a major league pitcher. They'll tell you that time and time again. He's proven that today. 12 guys out after going 0-1.
Swing and a ball drilled down the right field line. That one's into the corner. Goodbye, home run. Atlanta's tied it. And they did exactly what they wanted to do with that big fly ball. They've evened it up.
And you know, for the Braves, they've applied the pressure they needed to, and now the pitcher has some big-time work cut out for him because they can take a lead with one more big hit.
That one bounced in the dirt. He swung. It's a strike. And Steve, big-time action here. Boy, you talk about a fly ball that brought people to their feet. That one did.
Well, that's exactly right.
Line shot into center field. And he's on. That's the go-ahead run.
Well, sometimes you pay the price for a mistake pitch. That's what that one was there, guys, right down the middle.
Yeah, he just lined that thing, lined it up. When he saw it was right in the wheelhouse. Great job of hitting.
And the next batter, Gary, will probably not see a pitch that easy to hit.
And Vivaro's in the box. What do you think, Steve? A bunt here?
It's a definite bunt situation with the pitcher up. They've got to get the runners moved up.
Let's see if they agree. Lined up the middle, and it's through. Credit Johnson single.
Well, you just can't explain how valuable a pinch hitter is. The guy who can come off the bench cold and deliver a big hit.
And it's Simmons at the plate. He flew out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat now. And Hamels throws one outside for a ball. And taking a look here, the pitch types that he's thrown today that have yielded hits.
Well, guys, you see that two-seam fastball? That pitch has been hit 5 times so far, and it's just not getting the job done like he would want it to.
Yeah, you're right, John. I mean, he's definitely knocked around when he's gone to that pitch.
Simmons grounds it. Picked up. One away. Got a tie ball game here, so you got to be ready to react. So they've got both the righty and lefty throwing.
And I suspect the manager's going to use both of them to be able to handle the situations and matchups through the rest of the inning.
Swinging a high bouncer to second. Howard able to play that grounder. He's out at first base. Nice play on the cover.
That's a well-executed play right there, Gary. He hustled over, got to first base, and touched the bag.
Thought he might have had a strike out there, but he's involved in the out anyway. And it's Justin Upton in the box. Grounded out last time up. And this at-bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike.
That two-seam fastball away is just screaming to be hit on the ground as the hitter opens up. Awfully tough to hit with that kind of movement. I know he didn't want to do that. That's going to load things up now.
RBI chance. Freddie Freeman wants contact right here. And he needs to come through here with 2 down.
Infield got to play back in this situation and get the out at the easiest base.
Line drive. And that gets in there. Freeman's got himself a base hit. There's the run, and it gives them the lead. And so they bring in 2 here. A couple of RBIs on that swing. Let's see what that does for their win expectancy. Now B.J. Upton.
If your pitcher's already hit a batter or two, you've got to take him out of the game.
When you want to talk about positive, he swings and nails a liner. And yet another hit there, seeing the ball well.
Well, this is not what you imagine when you go out to make a pitching change. You bring a guy in from out of the bullpen, and the first hitter he faces, he serves up a hit. Let's see if he can get out of this.
And it's Brian McCann. Swings, hits this one pretty well, deep right center. And Revere's going to play it. And that's out number 3. They come from behind to take the lead, a 3-run inning. The Braves out in front now. He'll put this game in the perspective as it's seen by Freddie Gonzalez. I'm glad he is that tide has turned as they've reversed the way this ball game had started. Now the pitching's got to do their part. And we've got Luis Avilan out on the mound as the Braves decide to bring in a reliever.
Well, going to the bullpen right here, that's his chess move. Let's see if it's checkmate.
He fouls that one off. Here's the pitch. You're out. And that one swung on and missed by Ryan Howard.
His pitches complement one another. They work off of each other, and he used a tremendous sequence right there. 1, 2, 3, strike out, see you later.
And we're going to see Brown here. 2 for 3 thus far. Really bad pitch right there, but nobody on base. Here's the 1-0. Fastball just misses, and he falls behind 2-0.
You know, you're up by 2 runs here with 1 out, and obviously, you know, this is where you want to try to just get another out. Take
a swing and a fly ball to left center field. Upton to field this one as he gets to it for the out. Here's a chance for Delman Young with 2 down. We'll try it again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. And doing the pitching, it's Corey Guerin as the Braves turn to him in relief.
Well, they're going to the closer in the 8th inning with the hopes of slamming this door shut. Probably looking to conserve a little bit of energy.
Young, a ground ball, and makes its way through. The tying run will come to bat.
Well, you would have thought that the righty-righty matchup would be in favor of the pitcher, but this is just what the doctor ordered. He puts a good swing on it, and he beats the odds.
And a chance here with 2 down for Ben Revere. Base hit his last time. Starts him out with a sinker for a strike.
They throw the sinker ball to get the ground ball out. He got the called strike right there. If they swing, he's going to get his share of ground balls.
Here's the delivery. Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball. 1-2. The 1-2 on its way. And Ben Revere is struck out. Big swing and a miss. No runs on a base hit. They leave 1 man on at first. Atlanta still ahead. And it's Dan Uggla to lead it off. He homered earlier in the ballgame. Took something off, and it swung on and missed. 0-1.
That changeup away is one of the most effective pitches because when the hitter's fooled, he starts to pull off the ball. He can only hit an inside pitch. He can't possibly reach the outside pitch unless he breaks down his swing.
Foul! And it's hit foul by Uggla. And Ramirez with a 1-2 delivery. Foul! And Uggla another foul ball. Ramirez gets set and delivers. And that's another foul ball. Foul!
That's it. Table setting time, Dan. Work it, baby. Table setting time, Dan.
Good eye by Dan Uggla. He lays off that one to even the count. Uggla battling here. He fouls off another pitch. And that's a ball. Ramirez too far outside that time. The 3-2 pitch. And it's hit foul by Ugla.
Foul!
Ground ball played by Utley. One away. It's going to be Johnson now. Singleton scored his last time around. Here's the first pitch. Headed for the middle. Utley fields it. And that'll set down Johnson. And Guerin settles in. And he lays one down here. And Ramirez fields the ball. Throws to first, side is retired. No score. Take a look now at this ball game from Charlie Manuel's hideaway. On his mind right now, well, ninth inning strategy to get this thing tied back up. Offensive production's the key. And Ruiz hits this one. And Ugla picks it up. And Ruiz is set down.
One out here in the ninth inning. They still need two, so they need to get people on and advance base runners. Do what they have to do to get runners in scoring position and hope they run into that clutch base hit, Gary.
Watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike.
A nice four-seamer right there. That one's clearly on the outside corner. He hit the spot.
That's a big rip at that, but he's in the hole now. 0-2. Fastball in there, struck him out number 2.
Now we're going to get a chance, Gary, to see the four-seam fastball in K-Cam. Well, they made that one look easy, huh? I mean, look at 3 pitches and a strikeout.
And Jimmy Rollins is up. He's had 1 hit 4 times up.
Strike 1!
Strike 2. Craig Kimball in the driver's seat.
Well, he throws the breaking ball down and in for a strike right there. Even if the hitter puts it in play, it tends to be a ground ball out.
Oh!
Rollins makes contact. That's fouled off. Tries to get him to golf at that one, but he lays off, and 1-2 count.
And that pitch right there just sets him up to go about whatever he wants right now. He can go down again in the zone, or he can run something up in the zone. Let's see where he goes.
Atlanta gets the win, Gary. They played solid baseball all around. Everybody contributing. Good team victory.
And now let's get a recap of an outstanding individual performance. He's our player of the game, Freddie Freeman. Boy, did he show up with a hot bat today.
Well, you know, Gary, anytime you can put the ball in play, you have a great opportunity to get hits and great things happen. And that's what happened today. The pitcher couldn't find a way to put him away. That's why he got